So a lot of the advice that ChatGPT offers is pretty valid overall. Where therapy benefits is it will be specifically tailored to you based upon the intuition of the therapist you're connecting with. Technology is moving fast, and with the emergence of artificial intelligence, AI is making its way into many industries, including therapy. And this is one of the kind of trending topics that therapists are all talking about is AI, what it means for the role of therapy, what it means for therapists, what it means for people getting help. Well, I thought I would try to experiment for myself. As a qualified counsellor, I've helped many clients in their own mental health journey, some through very short-term solution-focused work and others through longer-term, slower response mode work, where we're able to really unpack what's going on and help the client to rebuild their lives and really take ownership of their own feelings and their own values. And so I thought, well, let's give this a try. I'm going to see if ChatGPT will act as my therapist. So I'm going to kind of make up a scenario and see what kind of information ChatGPT provides and how they word things, and we'll have a little play around to see what I think about it. So yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, so what's coming up is, I'm really sorry to hear that you're feeling this way, but I'm glad you reached out. Struggling with low mood anxiety can be overwhelming, and it's important to approach it with care. There are a few strategies we can discuss that might help. We can break this down. So immediate strategies for relief is grounding exercises, which I've spoken about before, breathing techniques, which I've spoken about, mindfulness, physical activity, talk to someone. The second is long-term strategies like counselling or therapy. CBT is particularly effective in treating anxiety and depression by reframing, routine and structure, sleep, nutrition, journaling, challenging negative thoughts, social connection. It's pretty good advice there. Professional support if it persists. So how are you feeling right now? Let's move me up. Would you like to talk more about what's been on your mind lately or explore any of these strategies further? Okay, let's run with this. So, okay, let's see how ChatGPT handles this. Really sorry that you're facing such tough challenges right now. Sounds like you're going through an incredibly overwhelming time. Losing your job and dealing with a rocky marriage are both huge stresses on their own. When they happen at the same time, it can make everything feel like it's spiraling. It's understandable to feel like your life is crumbling apart, especially when so many pieces feel out of control. I want to acknowledge that what you're feeling is valid. Experiencing such a significant life change can bring up a lot of grief, fear, and uncertainty. It's a lot to process, and it's okay to feel lost, unsure what to do next. So I've got to say, ChatGPT, not being a therapist, is doing not a bad job, considering I've never done this before. I've just typed it in. So allow yourself to grieve, take small steps forward, seek support. So to rocky marriage, so identify the issue. It might help to think about what's been contributing to the strain in your marriage. Is it just the external pressures like your job situation? So it even picks up on the job situation. Or are there deeper ongoing conflicts there? Communicate openly and consider couples counselling. So strategies for coping right now, take it one step at a time, self-care. Okay. Would you like to explore any of these thoughts further, or maybe focus on one specific part of what you're going through right now? So concrete steps: communicate openly and honestly, set time aside for regular uninterrupted conversations, use I statements, listen actively, be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. Share your fears and vulnerabilities, not just the anger or frustration. Often beneath conflict, there's hurt or fear that you're not addressing. Expressing your vulnerability can help your partner connect with you in a deeper way. Rebuild trust and connection, so small gestures, be present and available, affirm each other. Address the issues head on. identify the core issues, tackle one problem at a time, create a plan for shared goals, work on self-improvement, seek support outside, create fun, be willing to forgive. Yeah. Okay, so I'll make myself bigger so you can see me. That's not bad. That's not bad, considering it's AI. Um, this is a technology that's just going to evolve. It looks like it's going to bleed into most industries. One thing I would say, it's a different thing clearly when you're communicating with another human being, because what AI or this can't do, while it's much better than a Google search and it can give you strategies and tips, the one thing it can't do is the work for you. It can't help you to sit with difficult emotions because it's not going to carry the load for you, because you're the one experiencing those difficult emotions. So you're the one that's going to have to manage it. It's all happening within you. So there's got to be this kind of willingness to accept what emotions you're experiencing and to sit with it and to build the resilience to it. And so no matter what strategies AI gives you, no matter what strategies I give you or a therapist gives you, it doesn't change the fact that you still have to go through that process. There is not one strategy that helps you to numb the emotions. So a lot of the advice that ChatGPT offers is pretty valid overall. Where therapy benefits is it will be specifically tailored to you based upon the intuition of the therapist you're connecting with. And also as another human being who'll be able to pick up a lot more signals than ChatGPT can pick up. So I'd say it's definitely not a substitute for therapy, but it is a good source of information as to strategies and things that can be evidence-based that will help you in certain situations. But even if you read through all of that, it takes experimenting, it takes trying, and it may still not help. This is where therapy still plugs that gap. It helps you beyond strategies to sit with you when you're vulnerable, to learn the skill of being vulnerable, and so many other areas. But it was interesting to go through that exercise. I do use ChatGPT for certain things. I think it's just a great way to synthesize information available on Google, and you can tailor it. You can refine the search strategy. So I think it's great. AI is definitely a step in the right direction, I think. I'm not too, familiar with the risks. I know like Elon Musk and others have talked about risks of AI. But I think when it comes to these kind of things of getting information and it's summarizing it, it's great. Always, and it says here, ChatGPT can make mistakes, check info. And yeah, it's not always true, because I have used AI on a couple of occasions, but I always tend to like double check it. Most things I'm familiar with that I've used before and it's correct, but there are other things that I've not known and I've had to kind of double check if that is the case. But challenging negative thoughts and CBT is a strategy, is a whole approach to therapy that helps you to do that. Social connection, but it says like sleep, nutrition, journaling. Again, it takes experimenting. So if, for example, for nutrition, it says aim for a balanced meal with whole foods, limit sugar, processed foods. Yep, that sounds right based on the evidence. Omega-3s, leafy greens are particularly helpful for mental growth, magnesium. So yeah, these all matter, but you could like deep dive into each of these areas. So yeah, in terms of therapy, using ChatGPT as therapy, I think it's a helpful resource when you are ready and willing to address the issues yourself. When you want to address the issues yourself, ChatGPT, I think, is a very helpful way, rather than Google searching and going, opening many tabs of websites, reading it. I still do that most of the time because I like to read the article, read the information for myself and assess, this website says this, what do other websites say? I have more of a old school book reading mind. But now I know for now with the technology available, there's probably no need to do that. You can just use ChatGPT or any AI model. And yeah, it's really great as a therapist to see this information being available to everyone, because that's what it's all about. And as I say with my clients, I say, if it would help, I would give you a list of all the strategies to help you with your problems. I'll email it now to you. That's what I tell them. but it's not the entire solution. The entire solution is some strategy work, but also the other half of it is actually sitting with discomfort, being uncomfortable, being present with your emotions and accepting them and allowing them. That's why I talk about meditation a lot, because meditation is just simply allowing it and then returning the focus to something. So that is a hell of a muscle to build, because it will serve you in so many areas of your life. So techniques are great, of course, you use techniques to try things, but that's not the solution. The solution is also to allow and accept the emotions, even if you don't have a solution for it or a technique for it. That's also part of it. This is where counselling helps. And talking to another human being who will actually listen to you, give you the space, give you the time. It's the connection with the other human and the therapist. It's the connection. That's where the magic happens, the therapy happens. You just won't know until you go through that experience for yourself and undertake that for yourself. So I hope you found this video interesting. It's a bit different than what I normally do, but I was really curious. A friend of mine who has a YouTube channel did like an experiment with I think using Gemini AI model on website coding. And so it was quite an entertaining video to watch, but I thought I'd try it for therapy. Please like and subscribe. There'll be plenty more content coming out soon. Thanks for watching. I'm a qualified counsellor and my videos are intended to help guide you through your own mental health journey. While I do not give any advice, my videos contain information and strategies that you can use to help support you in building your best life. If you're interested in counselling with me, then please get in touch with me through my website. It's in the description, where you can book a session or a free consultation with me. Please subscribe to this channel, where you can get plenty more videos coming out very soon.